Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is somebody who's been a longtime friend. They happen to be a member here, but they're early in the door. Welcome to TNT Family Show. Has 688 subscribers right now. We see that their channel's featuring the new For You section that's come up from YouTube, which I think is a great idea, where every viewer is going to get a different experience when they get to your channel. YouTube is going to do the best job that they can of trying to predict what kind of videos on your channel your viewers are going to like, even though we can dress up our front page the way that we'd like to, whether it's with shorts, uploads, playlists, featured channels, or popular videos and live streams and things like that. YouTube will take some of that work out of our hands now and give people an opportunity to see things that will probably most appeal to them. So welcome to TNT Family Show's a longtime friend, but I know I'm behind with their videos. I'm going to grab their latest Thanksgiving video. I'm going to put that into a special playlist I have called Catch Up. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with them a little bit. And when we look at their shorts videos, we see that these are starting to perform really well, getting into 2,500, 6,400 views, and one of them over 36,000 views, which is great to see. They stream frequently. As you can see, they've got one coming up that might be tomorrow. I've got my notification bell on for that. Or my notification set for that, as well as having a notification bell on for every channel. We do that in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. So hopefully everybody will connect with Welcome to TNT Family Show. Like I said, longtime friends, obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So thank you everybody for being here. I got a few names on the wheel already. Scratch and PPA, of course, is in the pole position. He is a shining jewel in the Superchat family, somebody who has been here more than 600 times, if you can believe it, and he's a beloved and dedicated moderator. Michael's Adventures will send his regards. He's also a moderator, but his work schedule allows him only to be with us on the weekends. And then I've got a few other names on the wheel. Florida Claimers Ted is early in the door with Fairbrick Studio, along with Dutchfly61. And I'm going to add some more names to the wheel. The way things work here in Superchat is we put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. But after a long period of time, usually an hour and a half or 2 hours, I will open up the wheel and add some more names from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. And Butler Family Farm, it's good to see you. Henry Nelson's on the wheel. Home Bartending with John is there. And hopefully I'm not missing any of our members in the chat, but I'll catch up in a moment if I can. Anthony J's in the house. Cool Gamer is here. Hannah Rose, good to see you. Carrie Leonard is a fellow Canadian. Maciel Family Adventures is the new family channel from Drunken Chef Barbecue. Mark the Spider Guy, it's good to see you in the house. And Regional Sky Girl is visiting us for the second time from another random city after taking another random flight and now hanging out in a random hotel. So it's great to have you back. Jonathan Sturgill, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I was off for a few days. I had a bit of a scratchy voice there, but it seems to be almost back to normal. We typically stream 3 or 4 times a week, but we hadn't been on since last weekend, and we did one on Saturday. But we're happy to be back. Rushing Wind Mountain is in the house. Canadian Family Life is Tiffany. She's here with us every day as well. And we'll see what she has got going on her channel for today with Chris's Creation Fun, which is her husband. And they both have channels now. And they both bring a lot of variety in different styles. So again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. I'll spin the wheel right away. We'll get to our first channel. And if anybody in the house would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Henry Nelson is up right now, and we'll see what they've got going on. Now, this is a popular name for a channel, so we've got to let YouTube know we're looking through our filters to look for a channel specifically. There's a few Henry Nelsons here. Your search results will likely be different than mine. Some of it is based on geographics, but once we match that avatar, we know that this creator's got 282 subscribers right now, and I'm just going to drop their handle in the chat. If you really have trouble finding them, you can use that, but the channels that have the most the channels that struggle the most with the search results are the ones that need our help the most, and this is why we search, find, and click on each other's channels. Day One Adventures is in the house. Gail Southern Living is here. She's got a membership with another channel, so I've got her on the wheel. Day One Adventures is being added right now. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Moz6510 Models is here from the UK. Last check, I believe he had 16,000 subscribers. He is growing rapidly. He's got, last time I caught him for a live stream, I think he had a grid of about 9 people talking scale modeling and working on the workbench. John P. Adventures, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. So when we look at Henry Nelson's channel, we see somebody that lets us know. They say they're not an expert by any means, but they live on a farm. So they want to share videos of trail cams, a little bit of wildlife, some farming equipment, and a bit more variety. When we dig through their videos, we see they're posting frequently. Most of the videos are quite short, but I'm going to take the latest one, put it in my catch-up list. That, again, will help me keep caught up with them a little bit. They got some shorts here that are performing really well, getting into 5700 and 6,900 views and beyond. We're looking forward to more from this creator, and 282 subscribers means we'd love to push them towards the 300 they're thinking about. Sanjeev, good to see you in the house. Sorry, I know you were here at the beginning of the stream. Thank you for sticking around. And we've got them here from Montreal, so another fellow Canadian. Mod6510 Models is dropping a super chat. Thank you for that. He's done that countless times. For that reason, we're going to put his channel up on the screen actually right now, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. We always put super chatters on the screen right away in order. Members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, and after a long period of time, I will add some more names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures are here from Medicine Hat, Alberta, and Emotion is also in the house. He's here as a beloved and dedicated moderator and member. And then I see as well Backlash Fisherman is in the house. Good to have you here. And then thank you. He's a first responder, so we know he's busy if he's working, that's for sure. And we'll give a check to our robots and see if they're there. Bottissimo is leaving, so one of my favorite chatbots is not going to be with us anymore after a few more days. They've decided to shut down their service after December. We use 3 other robots here right now, which is Nightbot, Streamlabs, and Stream Elements. And one of the reasons why we use so many is so that if one goes down or takes a day off, we can make up the slack, especially when we're thinking about promises that are made, right? The Mother and Daughter Duo, thank you for renewing that membership. I'm not sure if they're in the chat right now or if that's just their membership rolling over, but as silver members, they get their channel seen every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, like we see right here. And then, again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Sup Rio is in the house. That's another longtime friend, actually, so thank you for being here. Follow the Bradley's Fun is also in the house. We're going to talk about Mod6510 Models from the UK right now, who's on the screen. And this is another longtime friend, and oh, I have to laugh because I just said I think they're beyond 16,000 subscribers, but they've actually crossed 20,000. I should have known that because I caught them not too long ago. I thought it was a week ago or so for live streams. There it is, 6 days ago, yes. And see what I mean? They've got a grid up there, a handful of different creators and influencers together talking scale modeling. The goal of this channel, of course, is to help us become better scale modelers. Now, I've hung out with Mod6510 models on their channel during live streams and premieres while they've been working on the workbench or showing us different models that have come out. He also gets into a lot of the tools and products that people might use. There's a lot that goes into this stuff. We've got different kinds of paint, different kinds of glue, and different types of ideas. And then you've got models that can be very rare. You've got models that can be very popular. And he explores all of these things with his friends while showing us how he puts together some of the models that he looks at and gives us a thorough description of a lot of the tools that he uses as well. When we get into his shorts, we see that some of these have really exploded. 25,000, 29,000, one over 80,000 views, which is great to see. And then when we look at his live streams, like I said, he's on frequently. I've actually joined him a couple of times on different channels as well for StreamYard panels as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to Mod6510 Models. I've got his latest video. I put that in my catch-up list so I can keep caught up. Of course, he's monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Thank you again for a super chat. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. Mod6510 Models, a longtime dear friend, somebody who enjoys sharing knowledge when it comes to YouTube as well, and will be happy to explain his own success. And Abandoned Exploring Mike is up on the screen right now for the same reason. We always put super chatters on the screen in order, and then we will put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. We'll get back to spinning shortly. Now, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. The mother and daughter duo, thank you again for renewing that membership, but I've got them on the wheel now as well. And like I said, we'll get back to spinning in another moment here. So Abandoned Exploring Mike is somebody that is willing to crawl into some really tight, deep dark spaces to bring us the content that they bring, looking at abandoned and haunted locations. When we look at their videos, we see they've posted a couple in the last week, one just yesterday, so I've put that in my catch-up list. That will help me keep caught up a little bit. When we get into their shorts videos, we see how these are performing as well. Lots of creators are bringing variety into their shorts, regardless of the niche or theme of their channel. So that's a common theme throughout the Tuber Chat family. We see that some of these have started to move down into 2,300, 2,800, even 5,100 views and beyond. Live streams are also frequent, so I wish I caught that one from yesterday. And then they're doing a few different things here. A few of these Packy one-chip challenge type ideas, and then World's Hottest Gummy Bear. You guys are testing a lot of things that I would never dare. But I do enjoy seeing creators, especially when they collaborate in the way that we saw with those rollovers there. 1,750 or so subscribers right now. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,800 that they're thinking about. Thank you again, Abandoned Exploring Mike and Mod6510 Models, for those super chats. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. For the same reason, we're actually going to look at another creator from the UK. All three of these creators come to us from the UK, and that's going to be First Floor Audio. He's a talented performer and producer of different styles of music. This is Lee with First Floor Audio, and I just caught him for another live stream the other day. He often brings you into the content while he's producing and performing. He can break right into a song of different YouTube channels and really likes to make his audience a part of his productions. But he's usually on several times a week for hours at a time. All of his music productions are available in individual videos that we can enjoy on his channel. He's got a couple of shorts, but these are meant to promote a few live streams. He happens to be monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get to his channel. And when we look at the live streams here, like I said, he's on frequently, usually doing compilations and performing live during the streams. He sometimes has StreamYard panelists come up with him as well. Lisa J. Renee Stocks, good to see you in the house. The amazing M&G is here. Coffee Walks and whatever, it's good to have you in the house as well. Marsha is Blind Stitches Creations, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming back in, and hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. So thank you again. First Floor Audio, Abandoned Exploring Mike, and Moz6510 Models, all three of those creators from the UK, dropping super chats for us. So we looked at their channels right away. I hope you'll connect with all of them. Obviously generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters, and they've all been with us for a long time now. I think a minimum of a year. I think Lee's been with us at least 2 years. Abandoned Exploring Mike's been with us a year, and Moz6510 Models has been with us for 3 years now. Let's spin the wheel. Don Yarndahl has been added along with Holly's Adventures. And we always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. If I've missed anything in the chat, by the way, that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Canadian Family Life's up right now. This is Tiffany. So lately, you hear us talking about Tiffany. We've got quite a few Tiffany's in the Tuber Chat family, 3 or 4 that I can think of off the top of my head. But Tiffany from Canadian Family Life is with us every single day and literally for hours at a time. I know not everybody can be, but I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. Holly's Adventures, it's our pleasure to raid your channel. I'm hoping we can do that again soon. We always try to share the love and raid almost every single day here in Tuber Chat. What we're talking about is the live redirect system that comes over as a inspiration from Twitch, where what we can do is send our viewers at the end of our premiere or live stream into another channel and give them a little bit of a flood of support and head start. Santa Claus North Pole Canada is in the house. That's the second channel from Numismaniac. Are you ready for the Christmas holidays? Luckily, actually, because of my girlfriend Kristen Welton, who most of you know, I'm actually doing better this year than I otherwise might have. It's not December yet, and I've got a couple of projects already completed, which makes me really, really happy and keeps the stress out of the holiday season. Santa Claus North Pole Canada is a very special channel that comes to us from the Numismaniac, where we're able to get messages to and from Santa Claus. So I think that that's a really cool idea and channel from a longtime friend, and happens to be another fellow Canadian, actually. We'll look at both of his channels soon. Canadian Family Life is up right now with over 2,100 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 2,200 they're going to be thinking about. Canadian Family Life is growing really rapidly, and I believe the biggest reason for that is because Tiffany is literally out constantly supporting other creators. Every time I'm out trying to do the same thing, bouncing in between premieres and live streams, I seem to run into them. Not to mention, they're here in Tuber Chat just about every single day. Even though we've been doing pop-up streams lately, I always let the moderators know when we're on, but it's up to notifications for other people to come in, and I know that Canadian Family Life's making a great effort to be here with the Tuber Chat family, so I appreciate that. I know a lot of people do. Coach Bradley, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Grow Big TV is here. That's Garden State Gardener, and It's a Cruise Life is also in the house. I put It's the Bankroll and Dark Swordsman Gaming onto the wheel already. And Philip Lemon, I see you coming into the chat as well, so thanks for being here. When we look at Canadian Family Life's content, we see grocery hauls, cooking videos, Happy Meal videos, product reviews, and shout-outs for other channels. She posts frequently. She just put a brand new video yesterday. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to keep caught up with her. She's one of the first 2 channels that we know of monetized with the new restrictions of 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours of watch time. She already had well beyond 1,000 subscribers getting in there, but she's working on 2,200 subscribers, like I said, And her shorts are doing well also. Some of these into 2,400 and 2,500 views. Live streams are occasional on the channel, but when I scroll through a lot of these thumbnails, you'll notice that Tiffany is recognizable because we see her on so many other channels collaborating with other creators in StreamYard panels. Collaborating is a great way, if not the number one way, to make your channel really grow. Every time you appear on somebody else's channel, you're almost guaranteed to gain some new friends, a good handful at least, and then you are generously sharing content and changing the dynamic of the conversation on somebody else's channel when you're over there. Express Baskets and Treats, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. It's a lot busier today than I thought it might be, considering, first of all, it's a pop-up stream and Monday morning for me. I'm in the Eastern time zone, of course, but I do appreciate everybody being here, of course. So, when we look at Chris's Creation Fund, we see Tiffany's husband. This is Canadian Family Life, and the reason why I talk about these channels in the way that I do often, and a few other creators that are in the Superchat family, is because the number one complaint that I've got over the last 6.5 years on YouTube is, why is it so difficult to get our in real life friends and family members to support our channels when we can find people online willing to do it easily? And I think it makes it that much more extra special when we do find in real life friends or family that are supporting each other wholeheartedly. So much so that Chris's Creation Fun is a channel born from inspiration through Canadian Family Life. This is a husband and wife combo with separate channels that support each other wholeheartedly. Here in the Tuber Chat live streams, they're never too far from each other. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. They've got 37 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them on the road towards the first 100. We know that the road to the first 100 is more challenging than ever before, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting different milestones like the first 100 and far beyond all the time. So Chris's Clever Craft has started by bringing us a lot of 3D printing, but plans to expand the content of the channel and renamed it recently to Chris's Creation Fun for that reason. He's got a few shorts here that have started out already, and we'll look forward to new content. I see Whispers from the Dark coming into the chat, as well as Design with Emma, so thank you for being here. Design with Emma happens to be a member, so I'll put them on the wheel right away. Again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Charinator, good to see you here. And Just Jason, Keto, and more, good to see you in the house. Oh, you're on your way to Burlington? We could almost cross paths today. I happen to. It's going to be very late for me before I'm heading back towards Toronto today. My truck is in, finally. They had it in the other day for, what do they call, oxygen sensors. And they weren't able to get to it in time the day that I had it there. So I had to reschedule, and I finally have it in again today. But it's going to take probably the better part of the day to get that done. So I'll be heading to Toronto later than usual. Coach Bradley, is that a second channel from Follow the Bradleys Fun? Forgive me for not being sure. I might have missed that in the chat, but if you don't mind just clarifying for me personally. And then the Bud Files are also in the house. I'll get them onto the wheel right now. I should spin, and in a moment I'm going to add a couple of special new sections onto the wheel. So let's spin and see who's coming up next. What we'll do is we'll go on a break for 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes, and then we'll come back. We'll look at Gail Southern Living. She's actually got 2 channels as well, including a special channel with a special message. So we'll see that as soon as we're back. All right, we're back and looking at Gail Southern Living. She's got a couple of different channels. She comes to us from the homesteading community of channels. She is a very much loved and influential creator. She runs a couple of monster collaborations with other creators that have resulted in, I think, about 70 creators getting involved in giveaways and things like that. You'll find that on her channel. Gail Southern Living is working on 2,700 subscribers right now, and she's been a friend of about 3 years. She's got 2 channels that we're going to look at today, and she happens to be monetized here with super chats and memberships available when we get there. She posts frequently and brings a lot of variety, but like I said, from the homesteading community. What I'm going to do is take one of her latest videos. This is quite short, but I'll take it and put it in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up a little bit. I can see I'm behind. When we get into her shorts videos, we see that some of these have started to move into 3,800, 4,600, and 18,000 views on one of these, and then live streams are frequent on the channel as well. She's got one coming up. I think that one was meant for yesterday, and I'm not sure if she's going to reschedule that, but she seems to stream at least once a week on this channel. So we're going to look at another one here called Broken Hearts Ministry. And this channel was started by Gail Southern Living with a special message, so I hope you'll read the About page and see what this is all about. Gary Leonard's still in the house. Janine's World, good to see you here. I feel like I missed another channel coming in. I don't mean to miss anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And if I've missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. When we look at Broken Hearts Ministry, like I said, we see a special message and a special channel here. I'm just going to have a look at their latest videos. I'm going to take the latest one. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list here. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. We see that she's got some shorts on the channel as well, already getting into 2,400 and 2,500 views. And like I've said, we see variety on a lot of creators' channels, regardless of their niche or category. And then we see that she's streaming on this channel frequently, at least once a week as well. So we've always got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we can catch as much content from each other as possible as well. I've got to add a couple of sections onto the wheel. I meant to do it, haven't done it yet. Cali King 916 is in the house. Andre Southgate, hopefully I said hello. VJ Max Gamer, good to have you here as well. The mother and daughter duo are coming up. They just renewed a membership. They're silver members, which means we see their channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, just like that. Let's see what they've got going on their channel right now, and I'm just going to take a second to add a couple of these sections onto the wheel that I've talked about. We announced a while back we were going to add a couple of things to the wheel to speed things up for everybody here. And so what I'm going to do is add a section first of all called Add a Name, and what that's going to do is allow me to add a name to our wheel from our chat list a little bit earlier than I otherwise would have. I know it can be a long wait to get on the wheel on the screen here. And then I'm going to add another section called Clear the Wheel. And when that comes up, what I'm going to do is take every name off the wheel that's on there at the time and reload with any of the members that are in the chat at that moment. And then after a long period of time, probably another hour and a half from now, I will add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation during the course of the stream. And then Charinator is dropping a super chat there, actually for the purpose of looking at First Floor Audio. We saw that channel earlier because Lee dropped a super chat himself as well. But thank you for that extra generous support. We'll have another quick peek when we put up Charinator's channel next, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. So the mother and daughter duo is up right now, and they are halfway on the road to 1,000. We always say you're on a road when you get to a 100 milestone, and they've passed 900 subscribers now. So we'd love to push them a little bit farther. We know that 1,000 is a magical milestone in everybody's YouTube journey. We'd like to get them a little bit closer. The mother and daughter duo might take us indoors or outdoors to give us a chance to get to know them, or take us on an adventure. They're fairly new in the Superchat family, just having been here for a couple of months now, but they've been here for almost every stream. And as soon as I see them in the as soon as I saw them come into the Superchat family, I see them out supporting others all over the place. I noticed that they just gained a subscriber right this second, which is great to see. No, Dark Swordsman Gaming, it hasn't been yet, but I do have you on the wheel. When we look at the mother and daughter duo's shorts videos, we see that these have gotten into 1,400, even 2,100 views and beyond, which is great to see. There's lots of variety here. Like I said, they could be indoors, they could be outdoors, and then as well, they've got live streams here, and I actually caught them the other day. They seem to be streaming every few days, which is great to see. They're really working on getting their channel moving, but supporting others is what I see from them the most. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. And we'd love to push them, like I said, a little bit farther. They've gained 2 subscribers since I've been talking, which is great to see. So thank you, everybody, for supporting each other in the chat. I'm always happy to see that. And next up is going to be Charinator. Now, this creator dropped a super chat a moment ago, and what they meant to do was have that for themselves, but for First Floor Audio as well. And we looked at Lee's channel earlier because he also dropped a super chat, and they've both done that many times before, for which I'm grateful. Absolutely unnecessary, very much appreciated, of course. These creators are close friends. I see Charinator on Lee's channel all the time. 97 subscribers, so Charinator's getting really close to that first 100, and like I said earlier, it is more challenging than ever before to get to that first 100, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing, hitting that milestone, and far beyond all the time. Now, one thing I didn't mention a while ago was earlier, Moz6510 Models from the UK dropped a super chat, and he became our stream boss. He's done that many times before, but that's the video game life meter under my camera there. Every super chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss. The last person to take over or knock the stream boss out takes over and gets some extra exposure for a little while. So we see a few people have knocked a little bit of life out of that again. And for the extra support, I'm very appreciative, of course. So Charinator brings pure variety on their channel. We see some video gameplay here with some popular titles. And then when we look at shorts videos, we see more variety here as well. Some of these have gotten into well over 600 views. So they're well on their way towards 1,000. As they post more and more, we'll likely see those continue to grow. That goes for everybody, of course. I know it goes without saying, but we see it most often with shorts because they often get a couple of pumps of heavy views all at once within the first 24 to 72 hours. Charinator as well is doing some live streams. It's been a few months. They did one a month ago. We'll see if they're going to keep these up, but they've got some more popular titles here. We've seen a lot of Euro Truck Simulator on a few gaming channels and things like that as well. Now, Charinator wanted us to look at First Floor Audio, so I'll put it up again just for a quick second. We did look at this channel earlier because Lee dropped a super chat himself, but this is First Floor Audio, where Lee is a talented performer and producer. His music is all available in videos on his channel. A few shorts were put up just to promote live streams. He's live every few days, and he's often got StreamYard panels he's producing and performing while we're there. He's also monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I see Design with Emma is coming up, so thank you again, Charinator, for that super chat. Design with Emma just dropped a super chat as well, so we'll sneak their channel in very quickly here, and then we'll look at Backlash Fisherman right before we start spinning the wheel again. M&T Living and Cooking, good to see you here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. As well, before we talk about design with Emma, is that if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other in the chat for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Pardon me, I never drink enough while I'm streaming. Talk enough, don't drink enough. Rambling with the Brooms, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And he happens to be a member and moderator. So we're going to get his channel onto the wheel right away. Backlash Fisherman's coming up in another moment here. When we look at Design with Emma, we see somebody that's fairly new in the Tuber Chat family. They've just been with us under a couple of months now. But I see they're posting videos frequently. Look at this. They put up 4 videos this week. I'm going to take the latest one, Christmas decorations. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to get caught up with them. And we see that they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They've got 1,900 subscribers, so we'd love to push them towards the 2,000 they're thinking about. They're officially on the road to 2K. And then when we look at their shorts videos, some of these have really moved into 16,000, 19,000, 32,000 views, which is great. And then when we look at live streams, we see that they're usually streaming about once a week. We'll see if they're going to keep that up. It's been a couple of weeks right now. This is a channel I'm still getting to know, but they want to help us understand decorating. Sometimes we need a little inspiration from other people. Pardon me, somebody like myself, for instance. I am creative when it comes to things like computers. I can make a computer do almost anything. But when it comes to decorating the household or the office or anything like that, I could use all the help I can get. So Design with Them, I'm sure, is going to be a very much loved channel by a lot of different people. And I'm enjoying getting to know them. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. Next up is Backlash Fisherman. While I get this channel ready, if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Thank you one more time, Design with Emma, for that super chat, and again, Charinator as well. I certainly do appreciate that extra generous support. So Backlash Fisherman is a first responder working right now, lurking in the background, but I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend here, even if you're just coming by quickly to give that thumbs up or hang out and say hello or run the stream in the background. I know we've got a few friends that do that. Backlash Fisherman is now over 1,500 subscribers and happens to be monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I'm just going to grab the video actually that he's got in his featured position here. YouTube gives us the opportunity to dress up our front page in a lot of different ways. So one of the things we can do is feature a video here or a trailer, whether it's for new subscribers or returning viewers. So I'm going to take that one, put it in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with another video. I see Hugo Homestead coming into the house and KK's Travel and Education Vlogs. Good to see you here as well. When we look at Backlash Fisherman and we see his shorts videos, we get an idea of what to expect from the channel. It's fishing first here. This creator's a first responder, and they take us on their travels sometimes, but they also bring us fishing in many different ways. Some of the shorts have gotten into 3,800, 6,200 views and beyond, and then live streams are frequent on this channel as well. He's got a few different series of live streams. Wayne's World Unlimited, thank you so much for coming by. Even if you're just here to drop a thumbs up, I certainly do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. Coastal Waters here as well. That actually is a channel I always talk about with Backlash Fisherman. That's a husband and wife combo. They've got separate channels but they support each other wholeheartedly and are never too far behind each other when it comes to YouTube and supporting others. So we'll look at Coastal Water in a second here. When we look at Backlash Fisherman, we get an idea of some of the live streams that he brings, including Cooking with Backlash. And he takes us for a lot of ride-alongs as well. Sometimes he does a hobby hangout and has StreamYard panels with other creators as well. So we really get a great chance to get to know this creator. When we look at his wife's channel, we see Coastal Water, who also happens to be a member. Both of these creators, individually and together, are generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters here in the Superchat family, and they've both been with us for long beyond a couple of years now. They're probably approaching about 3 years, if I remember correctly as well. When we look at Coastal Water, we see another channel that brings us similar content in the live streams. She does these car confessions, which are also ride-alongs. Sometimes we see them together. We often see both of these creators on each other's channels. Sometimes we see her fishing as well. And then we also have some random content, like ghost stories were coming up right before Halloween. I was lucky to catch that. And then she's got Cooking with Coastal. So it's great to see a husband and wife combo where they share the responsibilities of the kitchen. We see that she's got some shorts as well. These have started to move into 2,500, 3,400 views and beyond. And then when we get into videos, she just put up something really quick, but I'm going to put that in my catch-up list as well so I can stay caught up with her. She's working on 1,600 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards that milestone. So we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. I see that our Georgia Suburban Homestead is coming in. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. If I've missed anything that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. I need just a second here to catch up. We'll put our Georgia Suburban Homestead onto the wheel. And after a long period of time, I will add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. When we look at Rushing Wind Mountain, we see a channel that's bringing us content from the Pacific Northwest. They bring us nature and wildlife videos. Occasionally, we're going to find humorous moments through their content. When we look at the latest video, I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. That's a bit of a shorter one, but that's okay. They just put that up yesterday, as a matter of fact. And then we can look at their About page to get an idea of what they're expecting to bring us. Relaxation, peaceful, calm videos more than anything else. But when we look at the shorts, we see that these have started to move already into 5,500, 6,000 views and beyond. And then live streams are an idea that they might bring back for the future. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. They're at 1,300 subscribers right now, but we'd love to push them towards the 1,400. We know they're thinking about Rushing Wind Mountain as another longtime friend that makes frequent appearances here in Superchat almost every day. Now, I know not everybody can be here every day, and I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. I see our Georgia Suburban Homestead is coming up, and they're also with us frequently. So we'll see what they've got going on for today. And hopefully everybody enjoyed their Thanksgiving and their Black Friday and Cyber Monday, which is still happening right now. I've tried to avoid being on because we know that that can start to cost a lot of money. Things like Black Friday is one thing, but when we look at Cyber Monday, that's expensive gadgetry and computers and accessories and all that kind of stuff. So I'm happy to stay away and keep busy today. AR Patriot Nation, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And when we look at our Georgia Suburban Homestead, we see they've also got that new For You section. Most of the channels we've seen today have this because YouTube's added it automatically. And for most channels, I believe that that's a great idea, especially if you have variety or if you're doing how-to videos or anything like that. Excuse me, because YouTube's going to try to do a better job of displaying videos to your viewers based on their interests. So for almost all of us, when we look at somebody's channel, we're going to see a different mix of videos in this new For You section. So I will have that enabled on most of the other channels that I run. On Superchat, I don't do it, only because for now, we have only live streams. So we just, if anybody wants to see a replay, they probably want to see the most recent one. But this is a great addition to the YouTube system, and I definitely put that on my front page, on my personal front page on my other channel right away. So as well, we've got our Georgia Suburban Homestead looking at videos right now. They've got a couple of brand new things. Some crafts is what they're talking about in the latest video. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. They put both of these up a couple days ago, actually. Then they've got shorts videos as well. And we see that these have gotten into 5,000 and 5,200 views and beyond. Live streams are frequent over here. I've been lucky to catch them many times, as a matter of fact. So hopefully I'll catch them again soon. I've got the notification bell on. We get a lot of how-to videos from our homesteading friends. And one of the things that I find about a lot of the creators that are behind these homesteading channels, and that could include farming, ranching, gardening, fishing, camping, hiking, and other outdoor content, even though they bring us a lot of indoor content as well. But we find that these creators seem to have a intent of generosity in their personalities, meaning that they enjoy sharing knowledge and resources with each other. So while I say they bring us a lot of do-it-yourself videos, they also bring us a lot of here's how I do it type videos, so that you can take inspiration from that. They share a lot of recipes, a lot of knowledge, especially when it comes to growing food and raising livestock and things like that as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting to our Georgia Suburban Homestead. Obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and I see them out supporting others as well. And that's great. Mike and Rihanna's Adventure says they're getting a lot of hits on old videos because of the For You section. I wouldn't doubt it. I had a video actually just kind of bang with a couple thousand views by the look of it over the last couple of days. It's a product review for a Roku TV, so it's not surprising because we just passed Black Friday, so a lot of people will be looking how to set those things up and researching them and things like that. But it's great to hear that that kind of section is going to help, because the biggest thing is when we talk about the For You section here, and I know I've been talking about it a bit today, I'm excited about it because it's not just the idea that it's going to bring new life to older videos. It's intended to present the right videos to each individual viewer. So if you do variety on your channel, like our Georgia Suburban Homestead is a homesteading channel, but if they got a viewer that follows a lot of recipes, some of their recipe videos might come up on the For You section, right? And give somebody something that they know they want to watch before they even get into the channel and start exploring. Then it's up to you in the channel to try to keep them there with things like playlists and series of videos, and YouTube will try to help you out with that a little bit as well. When we get to the end of the videos, when people have their autoplay on, they're often flipped into another one of your videos. Sometimes they're sent out to another channel and things like that. But I think it's a great addition, and I'm glad to see that creators are having success with that already. Conscious Business Services and Opportunities is the second channel from Charlene Heal, but I also saw Corinne's Life come in, and she is here as a member and a moderator. So I've got her on the wheel. I've got Charlene Heal on the wheel as well. Vase Place is in the house. It's good to see you here. And I just spun the wheel. It's the Bankroll is coming up. We'll see what she's got going on. She's going to help us with our finances. And I'm grateful to have a lot of financial channels in the Superchat family now, because what I find is I'm guessing about 99% of us have not monetization on our minds. So wouldn't it be a wonderful world if we could maximize the impact of the revenue that's going to come from that monetization? That's where It's the Bankroll is going to help us. So not just with the idea of saving money, and I mean in both senses. First of all, being able to save money on things when we're outside, but also finding money that we can save for the purpose of possibly investing. And they get into a little bit of detail there too, talking about dividends and things. One of the things that I was very excited to find on this channel recently was the idea that they also show us some of the ways we can make money with different programs and apps that are out there, and then they show us how they keep track of all their money, how they're looking at becoming debt-free, how they can help us get mortgage-free earlier, and bring us cash stuffing challenges and things like that. They also have products on their channel. So with It's the Bankroll, I watched this video the other day as a premiere, and as I roll over it right now, you can see this book that they're holding that has cash stuffing challenges in it was made by them. They have that available for everybody, and I think that's a great idea as well. They happen to be monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships. When we get there, they're very forthcoming about their own savings and portfolios and things like that. They've got all of that listed in different apps and different record-keeping tools, which they'll share with you. And 6,600 views on a couple of their shorts videos, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with It's the Bankroll. I'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 1,100 subscribers that we know that they're thinking about. I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen in a second. And Gail Southern Living got 1,700 on a regular video, which is great to see. We never get to choose which videos are going to be the ones that are going to make the channel fly. It's always, not always a surprise, it's almost always a surprise, and that goes for every single channel that I touch or run. Tend the sheep where you are, don't pass them by. Good to see you in the house. Ocean to Ocean Travel, I'm going to get you on the wheel in a quick second. Thank you for coming in. Mr. Fulton Mraz is also in the house. They've been with me for 4 years now, if you could believe it. Brooklyn Rose Gifts, good to have you in the house as well. If I have missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Don Yarndall is going to come up in about 3.5 minutes. What we're going to do is go on a break right now because I just spun the wheel and the clear the wheel section came up. That means I'm going to clear all of the names off the wheel that are on there right now. I'm going to reload with any members that haven't been on the screen right away, and that's going to speed things up for us so that we can get to some new channels a little bit earlier than we would have. So we're back in 3.5 minutes. All right, we're back, and I noticed that Conscious Business Services and Opportunities is dropping a gifted membership in the chat, and thank you for that extra generous support. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures will be happy to have that, I'm sure. I'm going to put them on the wheel right away. I know they're here. And Coach Mary Ma has made it in as well. Now, I cleared the wheel and have reloaded with any members that have not been on the screen yet that I know are here. But if anybody's listening or watching that happens to be a member here, just be active in the chat for a second. If you don't mind, say anything at all, and I will have you added onto the wheel right away if I've taken you off. Day One Adventures, for instance, I'm going to put on there. Now, Wayne's World Unlimited asked a question. It's pretty interesting. I tried searching it really quickly while we were on break there. He's asking, sometimes when he uploads a video with the YouTube app, there is an OBJ. It's a little text inside of a almost little dashed box that comes up beside the title while you're editing. Before you upload, while you're editing the title and description and things like that. So forgive me, I hadn't noticed it before, but yeah, it looks like it's a somewhat obvious thing. So that I had to search, and I don't know if the answers that I found right away are accurate, but it might have to do with the idea that typically you might be doing a better job than average when it comes to writing your titles. So one of the descriptions that I saw said that the OBJ stands for Objectively Better Job. I don't know if that's true. I just read it for 2 seconds there. So if anybody in the chat knows to clarify, otherwise we'll just have to look that up afterwards, and I'll make a point of that actually right now, so that I can give a clear description the next time we're on. We expect to do a live stream this week, Wednesday evening. We usually do them 9 p.m. Eastern, so we'll expect to, unless my work schedule kind of crashes into that, but it'll be a pop-up when it comes. And Bipolar Aquatics, good to see you in the house again. Thank you for coming in. Michael's Adventures. Yeah, I got honey going on in my coffee for now. I'm going to have to keep that up. And, yeah, my voice has been scratchy for a few days there. It doesn't seem to want to be perfect. It's worse today than it was yesterday. I don't know why. I took the day off yesterday, again, not wanting to, so that I could give it an extra day of rest. And it's just probably allergies and weather changes around here. I live in Canada, in southern Ontario, and our weather can go from freezing to 10 or 15 degrees and right back down. And, you know, that's a little bit extreme, but it does happen from time to time, and all that stuff affects me, and I'm allergic to everything and all that stuff as well. Tend the sheep where you are, don't pass them by. Thank you for renewing that membership, by the way. That's a long-time friend, and they've been a member many times before. So I've got them on the wheel. Conscious Business Services and Opportunities is coming up next with Charlene Heal. That's her second channel. She has gifted a membership, which Mike and Rihanna's Adventures picked up, which is great to see. Grow Big TV is Garden State Gardener. He's dropping a super chat as well. So we'll put his channel up right after Charlene Heal as well, and hopefully I haven't missed any activity in the chat there. If I've missed anybody coming in, hopefully everybody's still active in the chat. We'll get around to everybody by the look of it. Yes, Hugo Homestead is still in the house. Anything at all? Absolutely. Is exactly what I asked for you to say in the chat, so thank you for that. And then, yeah, Anthony J., you're right. Yes, Don Yarndall happens to be live right now. One of the things that we can do when we first start our YouTube journey, if we want to, is make somewhat of a schedule. You know, your friend will go live at 2 p.m., you'll go at 4 p.m., somebody also go at 6 p.m., or you can do different days. People do, like, I go on Monday, they go on Tuesday, they go on Wednesday. But once you start following more than a couple hundred creators, it becomes almost impossible not to crash into each other. So from the beginning of TuberChat, I've let everybody know, of course, I have to go when I have to go, and that's it. And I mix up the days and times of the streams for two reasons. First of all, we want to meet different creators from around the world in different time zones, where for most channels, a consistent schedule is a better idea. And you'll see examples of that through the different stories I tell about channels that are here, which channels get the biggest audience in their live streams or premieres because of their consistency. Superchat's a different kind of a channel, so I mix things up, but I also have work and family obligations and things like that, like most other people, so I have to mix things up for myself as well. That's why you find I'm usually not on YouTube Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. It's rare that we can get a live stream in because I have a daytime gig that takes me outdoors a few days a week during the good weather months. So, Dawn Yarndall's on right now. She's a longtime friend as well. She actually collaborates with a lot of other creators in StreamYard panels and things like that. So she's doing hobby bingo right now. She does a lot of crochet and crafting. She says, let's talk crochet on her banner. I'm just going to take her latest video, put that in my catch-up list as well. When we get into her shorts videos, we see that she started posting quite a few of these, getting into hundreds of views. And then hopefully that continues. When we look at live stream, she goes live just about every day, I think it is actually. So we see a few of these set up. I could be wrong about how frequent, but I see her on other people's channels as well, collaborating with StreamYard panels and things like that. I just caught her the other day for another hobby bingo, actually. That was last week. And then you see what I mean about StreamYard panels here with a few of her friends. So hopefully we can push her towards the 900 subscribers she's thinking about. Another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and she's here with us frequently as well. I'm going to get Charlene Heel onto the screen right now. This is Conscious Business Services and Opportunities with their original channel. Kicking it with the Rooks, I did get you on the wheel, and hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Mr. Fulton Mraz always comes in with interesting news. He's been a friend of over 4 years, as a matter of fact. Let me see if I can see what he said. Him and his girlfriend Caitlin are getting engaged next year in the summer. That'll be great news for Mr. Fulton Mraz. I know they've actually been together for a while, but Mr. Fulton Mraz has been a friend of about 4 years now. Since long before Superchat was even a thought, as a matter of fact. When we look at Charlene Heel, we see a creator with now 1,400 subscribers. She's monetized lots of ways to support her, including Super Chats and memberships when we get there. She posts occasionally. She's got 2 channels she's looking after now. But she's going to bring us wellness coaching. Always positive, always inspiring, always motivating. And then she's got some shorts videos on the channel that give us some of that bite-sized information, along with some pleasing videos to watch with 2,200 views. And then when we get into live streams, these are frequent also. She collaborates with others frequently. There's Angel Light Over Darkness 33 there. They've been together a few times. But Charlene Heel is often interviewing different creators in different ways, usually inspiring and motivating creators as well. So when I look at Conscious Business Services and Opportunities, we see a second channel from this creator where she wants to bring us wealth, spirituality, and entrepreneurship. And that is in line with what she brings on her original channel. Tommy Temper, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Tommy Temper does a special kind of channel where he does a lot of restreaming of other polarizing content out there. He's done that with me. What I like about that creator in particular, he adds narration to a lot of the different things that are happening, and you'll see what I'm talking about when you visit his channel. But he always gets permission from creators before restreaming their content, and has a vibrant community that goes back out to the other channels to support them wholeheartedly. So he's been a longtime friend on my personal channel, and a friend of ours here in Superchat for what I believe is about a year now as well. So it's been a long time, but it's great to see you here. Thanks for the kind words. And Cabaret Gaming, I think I said hello, they're in the chat. Tommy Temper's been doing a lot of content lately, actually. There's always different things going on to talk about, for sure. Girl Big TV says there's 2 million garden and homesteading channels. There certainly could be. There's 50 million channels, or a lot more than that now on YouTube. But yeah, everybody, that's one of the magical things about YouTube, and somewhat why I landed here is because we can use the word competition, but it doesn't apply to what we're doing here in the same way that it does in a lot of other industries or things like that, businesses. Because let's say Charlene Heal puts out an interview with somebody like Angel Light Over Darkness 33, who's a dear friend of ours here. She's been a friend of mine since before Tuberchat was even a thought, so about 4 years now. And I might do an interview of Angel Light Over Darkness as well. Now, the thing is, even if we put those videos up at the same time, it's possible for anybody to watch both videos, because you can watch one first, you can watch the other one after as a replay, as Grow Big TV is talking about right now. And that's a wonderful thing. Even if 2 people are live streaming at the same time, or 3 or 4 people, it's okay, because you can always go back and catch another replay. So it's very easy for us to support all the creators that we want to for a long period of time, for everybody in our YouTube journey, for anybody that wants to grow towards 10,000 subscribers or 100,000 and beyond. Eventually it's going to become almost impossible to support everybody as much as you might wish, but as long as everybody's doing as much as we can for each other, everybody will be just fine. Jeremy and Cheryl Cruz Adventures, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. I'm going to try to speed it up a little bit. And when we look at conscious business services and opportunities, like I said, wealth, spirituality, and entrepreneurship, this is content that goes in line with her original channel. This is Charlene Heal again, 3,300, 5,300 views. She gifted a membership in the chat there, so Mike and Rihanna's Adventures picked that up. We'll be looking at their channel at some point as well. They're on the wheel now. When we look at conscious business services and opportunities, we see that she is bringing a lot of pleasing and relaxing content, along with the wealth, spirituality, and entrepreneurship, and she streams frequently on both channels. 914 subscribers here. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards the first 1,000 that we know that she's thinking about. She's been through that before, and we're happy to get her through there the second time around. Grow Big TV is Garden State Gardener with a second channel that he's actually just started. While I get this channel ready to go, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. When we look at Grow Big TV, they've just started the channel, so they got one shorts video here right now. They've got one short, a long form content video that happens to be quite short, but I've got that in my catch-up list. I thought I ran that already, but I must be mistaken. And then they've got some live streams here. But in the spirit of making sure that this connection is solid, I'm actually going to take the latest live stream. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list, and that will give me a chance to run that as well. What I typically do when you see me adding videos into that special playlist here on Tuberchat is I'll make a playlist. I usually end up having somewhere between 25 and 40 videos by the end of a stream. I don't do it for every channel. I do it like occasionally when I think about it, or, you know, randomly. And then what happens is I'll order that playlist from shortest video to longest. And you do that manually. You just drag the videos up and down. It's easy to do if you're on a computer. And then what happens is when I have a half an hour or an hour that I can sit and watch videos, that helps me get through as many videos as possible all at once. And then when I get to a point that I find I'm out of time, the longer videos just get run rather than watched at the end of the playlist, but it makes sure that watch time gets distributed for everybody as well. So Ocean to Ocean Travel, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. Grow Big TV did the same thing. We're going to look at Garden State Gardener. And thank you again, Charlene Heal, for that gifted membership as well. Now, Garden State Gardener comes to us from the homesteading community of channels. And I've got special stories when I talk about this creator because they've been a friend of a long time as well. I think it's getting on 3 years. Ocean to Ocean Travel will be up next. And Jeremy and Cheryl Cruz Adventures will be up because Ocean to Ocean Travel is dropping a super chat on behalf of them, so we will look at their channel next, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. Yeah, Regional Sky Girl, I know I don't drink enough while I'm talking endlessly for 3 hours. That's why we take so many breaks now, is because I want the streams to be able to go on to about 3 hours, but my voice needs a rest in between. And I never drink enough. I try to. Wayne's World Unlimited is just asking a quick question, and then we'll talk about Garden State Gardener's content here. Black Guns and Gardens is also in the house. I'm going to get them onto the wheel. Wayne's World Unlimited. When you upload a video special... Oh, yeah, no, I talked about that, Wayne's World Unlimited. Sorry, you missed my response. I looked at it during the break, so if you wanted to hear what I had to say, on the replay here on Tuber Chat number 649, it's right after the first break. I take breaks every half hour. They're almost always on the half hour, but right after that I talked about it. I saw you ask that. So OBJ might stand for objectively better job, and what that's supposed to mean, if that's even an accurate description that I came across while I searched on the break there, is that you might be doing a better job than average when it comes to titles for your videos. And that will be very beneficial if that's the case. But we'll have to look that up, because I can't give an accurate description right now. Because I wasn't otherwise familiar with it until you mentioned it there. Now that I see it, I feel like I've seen it before, but I'm not sure if I actually have or if I just think that. And then thank you, Anthony J. Orange Cone Vlog is talking about swapping playlists as well, so anybody's free to do that. Just simply say I'm willing to swap playlists. I'm going to get, Orange Cone Vlog onto the wheel right now. And we've still got a couple of channels to look at before I start spinning again. We're going to look at Garden State Gardener's content. Now, Joe is the creator behind this channel and Grow Big TV, which we just saw. Garden State Gardener is known here in the Tuber Chat family as somebody who's probably done more shout-out videos for other creators than anybody that I've met in my 6.5 years on YouTube. I'm just going to take their Polish wedding video here, put it in my catch-up list. I know it's quite short. But as well, Garden State Gardener does a live stream that's quite popular on Sundays, and it's called Sunday Fun Day. And you'll see that he uses the same wheel, especially in these registration videos where you can become a part of the giveaways that happen. But look at how full that wheel gets. It's not uncommon to find anywhere from 70 to 100 people watching during his Sunday Fun Day live streams. So he does a lot of StreamYard panels, bringing on different guests. I've actually joined him twice on his channel now, once with Rebel Canners and once with the Stock Explorer. We had interesting conversations both about YouTube as well as our different channels and backgrounds and things like that. Garden State Gardener's now over 15,000 subscribers, and you know I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of, let's say, 3,000 and beyond. Garden State Gardener's also doing well with shorts at 2,700 and 3,800 views, and he posts frequently, almost daily as a matter of fact. So next up is going to be Jeremy and Cheryl Cruise Adventures, and that's a brand new channel for us because Ocean to Ocean Travel dropped a super chat just like Grow Big TV did recently. So thank you for that. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. We'll look at both these channels right now. Mitchell and Doll's in the house. That's another creator with two different channels. Mitchie Boo is the same creator behind Mitchell and Doll. When we look at Jeremy and Cheryl Cruise Adventures. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. But why do I not already know this channel when I know these creators? How is that possible? I'm just perplexed for a second here because I know these creators really well. I catch them all the time. It must be because they have a second channel, and I must have not realized that they had two. But I might be mistaken. So, Jeremy and Cheryl Cruise Adventures, we don't watch videos or subscribe while we live stream. But what I'm going to do is take this 8-minute video, Date Day Friday. I'm going to put this into my watch later list, which is a playlist we all have. And what that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3 or 4 times a week, but we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Judy May Collins is in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then Mike and Rihanna's Adventures. Yeah, it says that they go live together in the mornings, which I catch them all the time, and Scratch and Pete PA is clarifying that Cruising is Fun Anytime is their other channel. I can't believe that after all this time... Oh, and then, wait, Orange Cone Vlog is saying they had a name change as well. So that might be a part of it. But yeah, it looks like they've got 2 channels. I'm surprised that I didn't know that. I've been with them 100 times. I actually enjoy the show that they're doing in the mornings with Eddie Lugo Studio and the Muster Drill. So I'm just kind of shocked, actually. But you can tell that, obviously, because I've said it 100 times. So Cruising is Fun Anytime. But it's great to know that. I apologize. I can't believe I didn't know that already. Otherwise, I would have been talking about both channels. But now that I know, I'm going to try to remember that so that when we have Cruising is Fun Anytime or Jeremy and Cheryl Cruise Adventures, we talk about both channels while they're here. But Ocean to Ocean Travel is responsible for letting me know that now. They actually dropped a super chat so that we would put that channel on the screen. So thank you for that. Ocean to Ocean Travel is also an incredibly supportive creator here in Superchat, and I see them out supporting others all the time as well. So, Judgment Day, Mike Harper's also in the house. Trish the Natural's been added to the wheel also. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. I'll get back to spinning shortly. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. So while we're looking at Ocean to Ocean Travel, pardon me, we're going to look at them in a second. Jeremy D-Day's in the house as well. He's another friend of 4 years. And I've got him on the wheel also. He happens to be a member. Ocean Ocean Travel. I've talked about this channel many times because they've got a couple of shorts that I really see moving here into 2,300 views, 5,000 views. They've got live streams on their channel. One's coming up actually tomorrow, so hopefully I'll catch that one. And then we see that they happen to be streaming about once a week, sometimes more often. When we get into their videos, we see that they're posting frequently as well, usually at least once a week. I'm going to take the latest video from the Carnival Glory. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to get caught up with them. I see I'm falling behind here. And they bring us travel and cruising content, as we can see when we look at the Ocean to Ocean Travel's About section. We can get more information there, and we see they're really active on the other social networks. I don't often see Pinterest from everybody here in the Tuber Chat family. I'm enthralled with social media, so I always check out every single network that I find to see what they're all about. I've been on Pinterest for a long time, but I don't post a lot. But it's great to see you so active on these other networks. Doris the Cat, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And thank you one more time, Ocean Ocean Travel, for another super chat. I really do appreciate that. They've done that kind of thing many times before. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. Coach Mary Ma is coming up, and we'll see what they've got going on right now. Coach Mary Ma wants to inspire and motivate. Actually, I'm going to get everybody to pardon me for a second. We'll look at Coach Mary Ma in 3.5 minutes. We'll go on a break a couple minutes early here. And if anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. We're back in 3.5 minutes. All right, we're back and looking at Coach Mary Ma. She wants us to become limitless and unstoppable. She is what is described as a reset coach. The idea is to bring out the best version of ourselves, and what you're going to find on her channel is motivating and inspiring content both in videos and live streams. I see she's got some shorts as well, so we're going to go and have a look at those as well. A gratitude journal could be a great idea. I see the word grateful and gratitude on the channel many times, and absolutely, words do have power. So you get an idea of the kind of things that Coach Mary Ma is going to present to us when we get there. She's got a lot of information on her About page. But we see some shorts, a little bit of variety mixed in here with some bite-sized information. 1,400, 1,600 views on a couple of these. Live streams are frequent on the channel, so I guess it's been a couple of weeks now, but I've caught her many times before, and hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with her and getting some of that motivation and inspiration that she shares for us. Like I said, the About page gives you an idea of exactly what to expect from the channel. She's at 1,200 subscribers right now, working on 1,300. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen in a second. And again, if I've missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. One of the things we've just discovered, so Mike and Rihanna's Adventures picked up a gifted membership today from Charlene Heel. Some of the functionality may not yet be working, and I don't know if that's just a glitch or something that takes a small amount of time to turn over. We expect to be on again, or here on Tuber Chat, I expect to do another stream on Wednesday evening. They happen to be in Canada, so they know what I mean. I'm in the Eastern time zone, of course, probably 9 p.m., and it'll be a pop-up if we're able to do it. I can never be sure because of my work schedule. But by the time Mike and Rihanna's Adventures comes back in that day, hopefully everything will be working. My advice to everybody all the time is whenever you find a glitch, or if somebody comes to your channel and says that something is not working, the first idea is to reset the device, whether it's a computer, a tablet, a phone. And that solves some of the problems, but some of the things just take time, right? YouTube is a huge network. It's like the #2 website in the world or something like that, #2 search engine in the world. So you can imagine the time that it might take for a few things to get through the servers. We believe it should be instant. I believe that too, but some of the things just take a moment, so we'll see. Watch Us Decorate, thank you so much for the super chat again. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They've done that before. What we're going to do is put their channel up next and talk about the beautiful work they're doing on their channel. You'll be impressed, I'm sure, for anybody that has ever watched a baking television show. You're going to be blown away like I was when I first saw that channel come into the Tuber Chat family. We'll look at them in a moment. And Scratch and PPA is up on the screen right now. Now, this is a creator who I often describe as a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family. The reason for that is because he is one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 6.5 years on YouTube. And he will give you an example of the support that he's given to other people when you join him for one of his premieres. They Hugo Homestead, you're making me laugh. Scratch and PPA does premieres every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. That means tomorrow we'll find that. And he posts with perfect consistency. So his premieres will usually run anywhere from just under 15 minutes to just under 20 minutes. He always puts a nice long intro on there. But you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Tuber Chat family. You're making me laugh. A couple people do that. I know you do it in the chat to make me laugh. A couple of people have done that. Mike and Rihanna's Adventures, I think, sometimes try to get a laugh out of me too. But thank you for that. I think we can all use more laughter in our lives, right? Scratch and PPA has one of the fastest rolling chats that you're going to find in the Tuber Chat family. He rivals those of Hilda DC, the Stock Explorer, Garden State Gardener, VS Speaks Royally, and a couple of others. And it is very fast-paced, very high energy, a lot of fun to be a part of, faster than what you find here in the Tuber Chat live streams as well. And you're also invited to meet more friends and family members when you're there. All of the moderators on this channel are dear friends of mine. They have been for a long time. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels, and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. For that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for yourself. So, Scratch and Pete PA brings out a series of videos every week for those premieres, and it's called the Scratch Challenge series of videos. So Scratch and Pete PA actually contemplated what he was going to do long before he started, and now brings us an interesting twist on lottery ticket scratching, where he pits two lottery tickets against each other and gives us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets a series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. He sets his premieres every weekend, so we got the notification on for that, of course. And like I said, they run every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. But this creator recently expanded their content, so they brought us their first ever live stream from a vacation a few months ago in Italy, which was interesting. I know a lot of people are excited for Scratch and PPA's new content, and he continues to bring us shorts videos from that vacation. So he brought us a lot of vlogging content, beautiful looks around the areas he explored while he was in Italy, along with some Italian scratch tickets, which is great to see as well. They're different than anything else we're going to see on his channel. Now, you'll also notice that this creator has presentation at the forefront of his mind. His bright, beautiful avatar is matched by his thumbnails, which give us a clue as to the giveaways that happen every week in his videos as well. And then his banner is updated every single week also. His video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first production. He happens to be a fellow Canadian, and like I said, is one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 6.5 years on YouTube, so I hope you will connect with him. He is literally here every single time we stream for hours at a time. I have no choice but to thank God and feel blessed for having his friendship and having him here with us, because Tuber Chat couldn't be what it is without him. That's 100% for sure, and I think everybody will agree with that. Mary Coco Pocahontas, the plug's daughter, good to see you in the house. Thank you for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. You're going to come up right after M&T Living and Cooking. They snuck in a super chat as well that they wanted for a specific reason. We're going to look at another channel called Brooklyn Rose Gifts, and that will come up right after Watch Us Decorate, actually, who's up in a quick second here. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in a little while. And I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything else in the chat. There's Mike and Rihanna playing with the membership emojis as well. So hopefully that means the membership stuff is working for you now. A lot of us are able to, whenever you're monetized, you're able to add a lot of these special emojis into your channel, and you can customize them, of course. There's lots of people who will help with those. If anybody needs the graphic design help that's needed to make those, lots of people here in the Tuber Chat family offer that. Santa Claus, North Pole, Canada, I've got you back on the wheel. I cleared the wheel a while ago. Ria's Blissful Connections is in the house as well. I'm going to get them onto the wheel. Let's get Watch Us Decorate ready to go right now, and you'll see what I keep talking about with this channel. They came into the Tuber Chat family not too long ago, just what I believe is over a month, maybe not quite a couple of months yet, but I could be wrong about that. Watch Us Decorate brings beautiful work when they bake different types of desserts, cakes, cupcakes. They've got chocolate covered fruit, of different types, and you get an idea of what I'm talking about with some of the elaborate creations here. And I'm always impressed to see things like this. In our home, we watch a lot of cooking and baking television shows, usually like, while we're eating dinner and things like that. Kristen and Kira have introduced me to a lot of this stuff, but I'm always impressed with this kind of work, but they're just doing a spectacular job here. I'm sure everyone will agree. 466 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 500 they're thinking about. They're posting videos frequently, almost daily by the look of it. I've got the latest birthday cake decorating video in my catch-up list, and that will give me a chance to keep caught up with them. And Watch Us Decorate has been here for probably every live stream since finding us in the last month to 2 months or so. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. I know you'll enjoy the support that comes back from them, and I know you'll enjoy the content when you get there as well. So thank you again for another Super Chat. I really do appreciate that. Watch Us Decorate actually took over our Stream Boss position, which is the video game life meter under my camera there. Every Super Chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of our Stream Boss. The last person to knock it out and take over, or knock it out, takes over and gets some extra exposure for a little while. So that's going to be Watch Us Decorate. Thank you again. And then the next channel that we're looking at is Brooklyn Rose Gifts. Now, this is a brand new channel for Tuber Chat, but they were presented with a Super Chat that was dropped by M&T Living and Cooking. So thank you for that extra generous support. They've done that before. They're incredibly supportive creators. We'll look at their channel next. When we look at Brooklyn Rose Gifts, we see 14 subscribers right now on this brand new channel. Usually here in the Tuber Chat family, we're looking for long form content to watch, videos that are at least 3 minutes long. What I'm going to do, because they have only short videos for now, is I'm going to take one of these videos and add it into a playlist that I have called Watch Later. We all have that playlist. And then I'm going to add another one into a playlist that I have called Catch Up, which helps me let YouTube know that I cared so much that I went back for a second video from this creator. So let me skip down to the next one, and I'll add another video into another playlist here like I'm talking about. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other. I don't watch videos while I don't watch videos or subscribe while we live stream. So what I'm going to do is watch those videos after the stream before we come up with our next stream, probably on Wednesday. And I will watch those videos in full. I will put your notification bell on, and I will give you the thumbs up and leave comments for you as well. That should make our connection stick. So thanks to M&T Living and Cooking for presenting that channel for us today, and we're looking forward to helping you get moving towards that first 100 subscribers. Now, M&T Living and Cooking is the second of 2 channels that we know of to be monetized under the newest restrictions, along with Canadian Family Life, where they were monetized with 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours. So we'd love to push M&T Living and Cooking a little bit farther towards the 1,600 subscribers that they're thinking about. I'll talk about their content in a second. Together We Travels here. Good to see you in the house. And then Brooklyn Rose Gift says they're only allowed shorts at the moment. So that's an interesting thought, but thank you for letting us know. I'm just curious if there's something that is a restriction that has you say it that way or not, but that's okay. M&T Living and Cooking posts frequently. We're going to have a look at what they've been doing lately. Oh, they dropped their phone in a pond. Oh, my dear goodness. You know, I have dreams about that. I have very vivid, wild, like nightmare-type dreams. And often I find myself dreaming that there's a body of water in front of me. It could be a river, it could be a lake or something like that. And I have no choice but to swim across. There's no other way, but I've got my phone on me. And this is a dream that recurs for no reason all the time. And Kicking It with the Rooks, thank you, still in the house. And I just find that interesting. So I don't envy anybody that's lost a phone into a body of water of any type, or a puddle or anything like that. So M&T Living and Cooking, I'm interested to see that video though. They're monetized, like I said, so lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Shorts on this channel have done really well, getting lots of them over 5,000 views, one over 20,000. And then when we get into live streams, we see that they bring these up about once a week. They've got a lot of delicious looking content on their channel, but lots of variety to go along with it. Pardon me. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They could be indoors, outdoors, taking us on an adventure, or giving us a story to be told, or lots of cooking videos on the channel as well. And they've been longtime friends, as a matter of fact. I see them out supporting other creators all the time. Thank you again for another super chat and for introducing us to another channel. And now we're going to look at Mary Coco Pocahontas, the plug's daughter. And this is another creator who dropped a super chat again. So thank you for the extra generous support. I really do appreciate it. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated always. And then, yes, well, the funny thing is, Coach Mary Ma, so the problem is I have to swim, but I don't. And then sometimes I think that I've got, in these dreams, I think that I've got a Ziploc bag that I can put my phone in or something like that, but I don't think it's going to do the job, and I'm terrified that I'm going to lose everything. It's a recurring dream. I don't know for the life of me what that means. I should look it up and see. I don't like to get too much into that because I don't want too much in my head about it. But it's something that happens over and over again. I think we're all afraid of losing our phones. I've left my phone a couple of places, and I've never ran so fast in my life as to go back and find that phone. Tend the sheep where you are, don't pass them by is dropping a super chat as well for a dear friend and incredibly supportive creator, Just Jason Keto and More. So thank you for that. Tend the sheep, don't pass them. Tend the sheep where you are, don't pass them by will come up right after Just Jason Keto and More. Then we'll put those channels up next. And right now we're looking at Mary Coco Pocahontas, the plug's daughter, and this is a longtime friend as well. They dropped a super chat also, so thank you for all this generous support today. I really do appreciate it, of course. This creator is bringing us variety. They tell us on their banner they're bringing cooking, lifestyle, fitness, and everything in between. Spreading love, of course. We get an idea about some of the variety when we start digging through their videos. They got some shorts we'll look at in a moment as well. So they just put up a video a couple of days ago, and they were with us on Saturday for our live stream. Shorts videos on this channel, let's see how these are doing. They've gotten into 5,600, 6,700, and even 12,000 views on one of these mango citrus chicken breasts. That looks interesting and pretty unique, in my opinion. Live streams are something that they've done frequently. We'll see if they're going to bring these back. It's been a few months. For today, I'm going to take one of these live stream replays because they're quite short. I'll put that in my catch-up list, and that'll give me a chance just to get another video watched or run and give you an extra couple of watch minutes there. So Mary Coco Pocahontas, the plug's daughter, has actually been a longtime friend, and I hope everybody will connect with them. Obviously a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So Just Jason Keto and More is coming up in a second. Kermage in Alaska is in the house. I've got them on the wheel. Just Jason Keto and More gets to skip the line because they had a super chat dropped on their behalf from Tend the Sheep Where You Are, Don't Pass Them By. And I'm happy to see that kind of activity, just because Just Jason Keto and More has been an incredibly generous supporter here in the Tuber Chat family, way over the top. And as has Tend the Sheep Where You Are, Don't Pass Them By. They're actually a long time friend. And they've done that kind of thing many times before. Now, Just Jason Keto and More is going to help us with healthy eating and healthy living. They might be in and out of the chat right now because they were actually headed. They're actually approaching monetization. So they are in the chat right this second. I know they said they were headed to a destination. Pardon me, we're going to talk about his content in a quick second, but I just need that quick moment here. It won't be 3.5 minutes. I'll be right back. Okay, pardon me for that. I was mentioning earlier my truck is in just having a couple of things fixed. I needed oxygen sensors and I've had to reschedule that appointment. Most of us here in the chat, for anybody that drives, or I'm lucky enough to have a vehicle and this and that. But we know what it's like when you find a mechanic that you trust that has that actually does fair pricing in their work and great value. So these guys have been wonderful. I'm just lucky I live in Niagara Falls and have a local mechanic here, but they have done incredible work. And so while I have a repair going on, then I'm also going to say, like, okay, I've got to do an oil change while it's here. I've never missed an oil change. I think I've had 32 of them now on this truck. It's got 320,000 kilometers on it. But I forgot about my wiper blades the other day. I heard them start making noise. When your wiper blades start to make a little snapping noise, it's because they're ripped and they have to be replaced. I forgot to mention it. So luckily they called me and asked me if I wanted that done. Usually I'd just put them on myself, but since it's there and I want to get going today, I'll get them to do it. But thank you everybody for your patience and for listening to my story that has nothing to do with channels or Tuber Chat while we get ready to talk about Just Jason Keto's content. Now this creator happens to be a fellow Canadian. They're not too far from me actually. It's going to be many hours before I cross by the area that they happen to be in right now, so I don't know if a meetup's going to be possible today. But I would love to meet up with this creator. Now Just Jason Keto and More has been an overwhelming sense of generosity and impact here in the Tuber Chat family and on myself. He lets us know when we get to his channel, there's no finish line to the journey of health. What he wants to do is help us with healthy eating, healthy living, and that is when we talk about a keto-based diet or lifestyle. He's got a lot of recipes on the channel. Chaffles are something he's done many times, but there's lots more recipes on the channel that will bring us both meals or snacks, ideas that might be healthy alternatives to some of the other things we might grab very quickly in a pinch. And then he's got product reviews as well. Him and his community can help us make sense of some of the ingredients we're going to find in keto-based products that are marketed as they might be healthy for us, if that makes sense. He'll help us make sense so that we can actually read the labels and understand what we're getting into when we're trying to stay in ketosis, when we get into a keto-based diet or lifestyle. When we get into his shorts, there's a hint here. A lot of these healthy-looking shorts have done really well, getting into thousands of views, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, and one of them, which I've seen, over 22,000 views as well. Live streams are frequent on this channel. He's on every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern. And in place of a live stream, if he has to miss one, he'll drop a premiere. In both his videos and his live streams, you'll find a lot of guests. And he does interviews where these creators and influencers are able to share their life experiences, their tips and tricks, as well as trials and tribulations when it comes to their efforts in staying on a keto-based diet or lifestyle or staying in ketosis. And he's got a vibrant community that keeps up with the chat as well. If you find yourself participating in a live chat on his channel, you'll get a lot of inspiration and motivation from other creators as well. Now, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. If I've missed something that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or @mentioned Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Tend the sheep where you are, don't pass them by. Good to see you in the house, and thank you again for another super chat. Now, this is a creator who's actually been a longtime friend. I've spun the wheel, so we're going to get Ria's Blissful Connections up next. We'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly afterwards. And an oil change too, yes. Tend the sheep where you are, don't pass them by. Again, like I said, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I see Gaming Experience with Kelly is here. I'm going to get their channel ready to go. Or what I mean is I'm going to get Ria's Blissful Connections ready to go. And then, pardon me, the Bullock Experience and Gaming Experience with Kelly will be on the wheel as well. So, when we look at this channel that's on the screen right now, Tend the Sheep Where You Are, Don't Pass Them By, they want to inspire and motivate us in a spiritual way. I'm going to take one of their latest videos, and look at that, how ironic, their new waffle chaffle maker. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list right now so I can keep caught up with that video. This is a longtime friend, actually, named Kitty Mom Adventures. She reset and restarted a channel a while back, but she's already almost at 200 subscribers, which is great to see. I've actually joined this creator once before, originally on their first channel, where we talked for about 4 hours. Mr. Nas, our famous friend who's responsible for naming the Wheel of Doom here, joined us on that live stream. Now, this creator brings a lot of shorts, 1,200 views each on a few of these, which is great to see. And then they live stream usually frequently. It's been a couple of months, but hopefully we'll catch them again shortly. They actually dropped a super chat today for Just Jason Keto and More, so thank you for that extra generous support. I know Just Jason Keto and More will appreciate that as well. Both of these creators are generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters. Now, Ria's Blissful Connections is going to come up in a second here. We'll see what they've got going on their channel. They've got shorts front and center for us, so we'll look at those first. And we see that these have started to get into hundreds of views, a couple hundred views on a couple of them, and one of them went to 4,800 views, which is great to see. And this is a creator that will give us information on their About page about the fact that they started their content with homeschooling and organization type videos. Somewhat motivating in my opinion, but you can see the idea about like goal setting here, post-secondary plans that they talk about. A creator I'm still getting to know, and they've expanded their content lately into some polarizing content, but hopefully everybody will connect with them. We see that they've crossed their 1,000 subscribers now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther, make sure that 1,000 is locked in, and get them working towards 1,100. So let's spin the wheel one more time. We'll see who's coming up next. Pardon me. And Black Guns and Gardens is going to come up. So what we'll do right now is we'll take an official break for 3.5 minutes. We'll come back with Black Guns and Gardens. If anybody would like to swap playlists with each other while we're on break for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements individually and independently, of course. All right, we're back and looking at Black Guns and Gardens, another creator that comes to us from the homesteading community of channels, but will bring us self-defense and self-sufficiency along with that. Paralife TV or Everyday Wheelchair Ninja is Shane, another longtime friend. And it's great to see you in the house. And when we look at Black Guns and Gardens content, we see, first of all, this channel's on the road to 2,000 subscribers. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. When we look through their videos, we see that they bring a bit of variety. They've got some product reviews here, but as well, they're going to bring us some talk about gardening updates. Self-sufficiency and self-defense is mixed in with the variety of content that they've got on their channel. They've got shorts as well that have done really well, getting into 1,700, 1,900, 2,000 views. I think that one's still going. And a few other familiar products that we see in the background of some of these videos as well. So they'll give you more information on their About page, exactly what they intend to bring, their family's journey, which they're sharing with us towards self-sufficiency through gardening, preparedness, and self-defense. So hopefully everybody will connect with Black Guns and Gardens. They're longtime friends, obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. If I missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Chris and Larry Homestead is coming up right now, and this is another channel that has just been growing and growing and growing. They already had 9,000 or 10,000 subscribers when they came to the Superchat family. I think they were just under 10 if I remember right. But now well beyond 16,000 subscribers. So you know that I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of, let's say, 3,000 and beyond. They've already blown way past that now. Now, the thing about Chris and Larry Homestead, this channel comes to us from the homesteading community, and they're engaging in as much indoor and outdoor content as you would expect, a mix of both, but they have always got something going on between the cooking, between the canning, between the product reviews. They make merchandise as well. They've got a lot going on. They've got a store on their channel. I should look at these more often when we've got channels up to give you an idea of how they're hooking in some of these things from either Teespring or Spreadshop and these other places as well. It's possible now, when you're involved in fan funding in the YouTube Partner Program, to hook up your own Shopify store apparently as well. I have not added stores on any of the channels that I've run yet, but probably will within the next few months. So I'll keep everybody apprised if that's the case, if there's anything that I notice that can be helpful. Pardon me, I just don't ever drink enough while we're streaming here. So here you're going to find freeze drying, you're going to find recipes, you're going to find product reviews, stories to be told, adventures with the family. It's a family of 10. When we get into their shorts videos, we see some of these have gotten thousands of views as well. 3,000, 5,000, almost 6,000, and 8,000 and beyond. When we get into live streams, oh, they're actually live right now. So they typically go live every Monday, as a matter of fact. I'm not sure if they'll still be on after we are finished with Superchat, but we'll keep an eye on that. Maybe what I'll do is I'll put that in an extra window in the background and save it in case we can catch them afterwards. But Chris and Larry Homestead, longtime generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters here. Like I said, with 16,000 subscribers, there's much to be learned from them, so I hope you'll connect with them. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen right now. The Bud Files is another example of a family channel. I've been with them many times in their live streams for lots of different family activities. They've expanded the content on their channel over the last year or more now, and they could be doing anything when they're live streaming. They could be taking us outdoors, they could be indoors, they could be singing, dancing, playing a game, doing crafts, or taking us out to some haunted locations, or potentially haunted when we talk about ghost towns, graveyards, cemeteries, and other places as well. pardon me, they bring a series of videos called Way Back Wednesdays as well, and they bring different ideas there. A lot of times they're bringing retro gadgets or product reviews, or giving us a story to be told. There's lots of history in this channel mixed in between the different locations that they go to. And then as well, they've got shorts on the channel that bring even more variety, as we can see. And they've gotten into 5,000 views and beyond here. One of them over 15,000. When we get into live streams, you'll get an example of the different things I was talking about there. Parade of Lights, that's really cool. I haven't seen one of these that I can think of right now. In Niagara Falls, Canada, we have a very elaborate light show, if you want to call it that, or light display. It's one of the biggest in the world, as a matter of fact, because Niagara Falls, Canada happens to be an energy provider. But this is really cool to have a parade like this. Some of these parade videos, here's a hint for anybody that does outdoor content or outdoor live streaming. If you haven't already had the Santa Claus parades in your town, wherever it is that you live, if you're expecting to have them in the next couple of weeks, they get a lot of views, a lot of them. Not every time, but most times. Most of the creators that I know that have captured this, and I've caught a bit of Christmas stuff myself, the videos have done really well. So 1,500 subscribers for the Bud Files. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,600 they're thinking about. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including Super Chats and memberships when we get there. They seem to be everywhere all the time. They're here in Tuber Chat every time we stream, and I run into them constantly when I'm out supporting other creators myself, bouncing in between their live streams and premieres also. Butler Family Farm, it's been a bit of a long wait today, 2 hours, but they are with us almost every single stream. Butler Family Farm comes to us from the homesteading community of channels and brings us a farm with 116 acres of homesteading goodness. They mix up the indoor and outdoor content. This will be a nice video to watch, family pictures. I was going through some photo albums actually at my that my parents have kept, and thought about putting some of those into some slideshow type videos, more for the family than anything else. But there's always stories to be told behind these. I've got the latest video, put that in my catch-up list. They've got a Thanksgiving feast video going on there with some roasted sweet potatoes too. That looks delicious. They're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including Super Chats and memberships when we get there. Sometimes you hear us talk about Susan and Jerry, and these creators really make an extra effort to make themselves a part of the YouTube community. They do a lot of StreamYard panels. You'll see that in the live streams when I put those up in a quick second. But they make effort by heading out literally sometimes hundreds of miles away to meet up with other creators, and they bring that to us with live streams. I've been very grateful to catch a few of those. They got 4,000 and even 5,000 views on a couple of their shorts videos, and then they've got oh, happy birthday, Susan. Yes, is coming up. Is that today? Oh, my goodness. So, happy birthday, then. I hope everybody will wish a happy birthday to Susan. From Butler Family Farm. In the chat. And forgive me for not remembering that when we would, now that you've been in the chat for a while today. But they've got a special live stream coming up this afternoon. As a matter of fact, pardon me just for a second.
Okay, I added it.
There we go. Siri's on the case. I just want to make sure sometimes that, because I expect to be driving at the time, but hopefully I'll be able to catch that. I might even be at my destination by that time. Things are working out earlier for me today than I expected. The Adventures of Kenny and Debbie, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And yeah, again, Butler Family Farm. Forgive me for not remembering that before I put the live stream page up here. Now, these creators as well, they bring us a lot of different really interesting activities. So they got bees on their farm that will be coming back in March. And then they've also got cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, as well as chickens, and some cats and dogs as pets as well. And these creators bring us to different adventures as well. They're always keeping busy. They do bowling, woodworking, quilting and fiber crafts, blacksmithing, gaming, as well as gardening. and taking us out to a lot of those meetups like I was talking about. So we get a really good chance to get to know them, but this is really cool. They introduce us to so many other creators, and I'm always really excited to see people promoting each other. It speaks volumes about the creators behind the channel. Excuse me, but it also likely is very responsible for their rapid growth now at over 2,300 subscribers. So I hope everybody will connect with them, and I'll be looking forward to that birthday live stream. That's happening in just a few hours from now, about 6 hours from now. Judgment Day Mike Harper's coming up. This is another creator with a couple of different channels. They're with us just about every single day as well. We'll see what they've got going on their channels. Judgment Day Mike Harper's fairly new to the Super Chat family, just finding us within the last couple of months. He's got some information on his About page about the motivation behind the channel and what we can expect. He's got some shorts front and center, so we'll have a look at those right away. We see that some of these have gotten into hundreds of views, 400, 700, one of them over 1,000, which is great to see. And then when we get into live streams, we see that this creator's going live every couple of days or so, which is great to see. Hopefully I'll catch them for another one of these. It's been a couple of weeks. I think I ran that. I'm not sure if I actually caught them live yet. Forgive me for not remembering. And I've got the notification bell on for every channel, though, of course. Stir It Up Food Lab, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I believe you've been here before. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. For anybody that is brand new, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. This second channel, Michael Harper, is from the same creator, from Judgment Day Mike Harper there. And I'll put his handle in the chat if anybody wants to connect here. He's got 35 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push him towards the first 100. He's got some shorts that are front and center there. And it looks like YouTube is mixing up some shorts as well as videos and possibly streams on the For You section, which is interesting because we're just learning about that now. It's a fairly new feature. They just added that a week ago or so. Videos on the channel feature a lot of product reviews by the look of it, and then we've got some shorts videos as well, and these have started to move into a couple hundred views and beyond, which is great to see. Judgment Day Mike Harper is here with us frequently. Scratch Master, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Kicking It with the Rooks is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. They're incredibly supportive as well. I see them out supporting other creators all the time. Kicking It with the Rooks has got some information on their About page letting us know what we can expect, including family, lifestyle vlogs, story times, pranks, challenges, and much more. They actually collaborate with other creators as well and get challenges going on with other channels. They've got a premiere coming up that's going to be in a few days. I think the first is Friday. We looked it up yesterday. I think I'm right about that. And then a carnival cruise. I'm so jealous. All of our travel and cruising friends are bringing out all this content. I was lucky to work on a cruise ship like forever ago, but I recommend it all the time when it's time for people to go on vacation and stuff like that. It might still be a while for me, but I hope to make another cruise within the next, let's say, couple of years. It is really a life-changing experience in my opinion. So 5,000 subscribers for Kicking It with the Rooks, which is great. They're growing rapidly. I've got their latest video. I'll put that in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. They got some shorts here as well. 47,000, 62,000, 127,000 views on some of these shorts, which is great to see. Live streams as well. They might be bringing these back. They've done a couple up to a couple months ago, but we'll have a look at the channel, put our notification bells on, and that'll give us the best chance of catching what we can. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Growing My Own, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen in a quick second here. Holly's Adventures went on a cruise and brought us some of that content a few months ago. I think it was about 8 months ago, if I remember right. Home Bartending with John is coming up with a one-of-a-kind channel in the Tuber Chat family. If you can believe, we passed 5,000 subscribers a couple of weeks ago. So thank you everybody for that. It's an exciting milestone, of course, but Home Bartending with John stands as a one-of-a-kind channel still to this day. What he's going to do is bring us the opportunity to learn how to make some of the world's most popular cocktails from the comfort of our own home. You don't have to have a bar quite as elaborate as what he's got set up here, but he's going to show us the tools that it takes and how to keep a bar like that replenished so that we can make some of our favorite cocktails. He also brings these different types of drinks in different variations. Sometimes we know a drink, like for instance, I've asked him for a specific one called the Old Fashioned, and I saw that again in I think it was in Billions, the TV show, and then they've got that in lots of other TV shows like Mad Men and things like that. But the recipes that we learn about in pop culture, like movies, television, and other places, may not be the same as the traditional. And he usually brings us 2 or 3 different recipes for each kind of drink, which is great to see. He does a ton of product reviews on his channel as well for things we might find in the stores if we don't want to make the cocktails ourselves. But he's also got series of videos where he's bringing us collections where it could be low-calorie cocktails or non-alcoholic beverages, and then as well some shorts on the channel. Some of these have done well, getting into 1,500, 1,900 views, one over 6,400, which is great to see. Live streams are something he's done a few times, some familiar faces there as well, and hopefully he'll pick those back up. We've got our notification bell on to make sure that we catch as much as we possibly can from him. Home Bartending with John has been an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. He has been a silver member for what I believe is beyond a year now. And that means that we see his channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, whether or not he is here, although he's here with us frequently. Santa Claus North Pole Canada is a channel that comes to us from the Numismaniac, and this is another fellow Canadian. The Numismaniac is going to talk to us about numismatic collectible coins and precious metals. They bring a vibrant community of live streaming StreamYard panels. The Numismaniac is known as the Skipper when you get to his channel, and he's going to help us make sense, like I said, of a lot of different numismatic collectible coins, precious metals as well. I'll leave it to him to describe the differences between those. And then he's got some shorts on the channel that bring a lot more variety as well. But one of these has crossed over 1,500 views, which is great to see. Videos are frequent on the channel. He's usually bringing out at least 1 video a week, but we'll keep our notification bell on and make sure that that keeps up. We're going to look at Santa Claus North Pole Canada, and this is a second channel that this creator brings out every November and December so that we can get messages to and from Santa Claus. And I think it's a wonderful addition to the Tuber Chat family, and something I think is going to bring a smile to a lot of people's faces, especially when you see exactly what these videos are. So 247 subscribers over here right now. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther towards the 300 he's going to be thinking about. He's got a couple of shorts here now that have started as well. So I see even live streams are beginning with this channel. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with Santa Claus North Pole Canada, which is brought to us by the Numismaniac, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here in the Tuber Chat family. Let's spin the wheel. Orange Cone Vlog is going to come up in a second. Again, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Pardon me, Orange Cone Vlog comes to us from the travel community of channels. You see them with some familiar faces there, or you see them with some familiar faces there. In StreamYard panel, Orange Cone Vlog has 334 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 400 they're thinking about. They've got a little bit of variety in their channel. They'll talk about that on their About page. They post occasionally, so we'll keep an eye on the channel, see when they're going to bring out new content. They've got a few shorts already that have started, and then they live stream more frequently than anything else. Pardon me, we see that from a few days ago, and then hopefully we'll catch them for one of these. I don't think I've caught Orange Cone Vlog, but I've caught a lot of these live streams with other creators there with some familiar faces we see them collaborating with. But we've got notification bells on for every channel, of course. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as possible as well. We'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream right now, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And if you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off. Pardon me, to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. The add a name section is coming up on the wheel, and what that means is I'm going to add a name from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation. I'm just digging through my list right here to see who's going to be added. What I might do is take a second before I do that, because I just got to see who's still with us after I refresh a couple of pages in the background. I've got a robot that helps keep track of this, so if Anthony J's in the house, I'll put them on the wheel right now. Cabaret Gaming I know is here, so I'll get them on for sure. Trish the Natural is coming up on the screen. Cabaret Gaming takes their place on the wheel. And we'll get back to spinning in another moment as well. So Trish the Natural is somebody who really takes presentation seriously on her channel. She's got professional looking thumbnails and bright bold headshots that make her recognizable. One of the things I always talk about with this channel is the idea that when I roll over these videos and you get inside and see the content, the thumbnail gives you a perfect depiction of what to expect when you get in there. And I think that's going to help with retention. Not to mention, these professional looking thumbnails with the headshots are going to make her recognizable. That will pay off in branding and marketing. So she's been at that from the beginning. She talks about natural hair care. She gets into other topics like wigs and weaves and beauty products and tips and tricks that we can use. This creator also does shout outs throughout their videos, which I was happy to stumble across by accident while going through her content. Her shorts videos have now gotten into a couple thousand views and beyond, and she once brought us a live stream. We'll keep an eye on the channel, see if she's going to keep those up. She posts frequently, almost daily, or at least every couple of days, and she's here with us in Superchat almost every single live stream as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Trish the Natural, obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Next up is going to be Kermudge in Alaska, and we'll see what they've got going on their channel. This is another Airbnb and a destination that can be used, and they bring us a lot of live cams. They've actually been bringing us some almost weather cams and wildlife cams. I've caught them for a couple live streams recently. When we get to their channel, we see they got a couple of brand new videos as well. So I'll put one of these into my catch-up list. We've seen a few creators review this product, the Saker pruning saw, the mini chainsaw, right? Unless that's a different product. Forgive me for not being certain. 661 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 700 we know that they're going to be thinking about. We see that they're posting a couple of times a week. They got some shorts videos on the channel as well. These have gotten into 1,400 and 1,700 views and beyond. And then when we get into live streams, we see another idea behind the fact that they're bringing these streams almost every day. One of them coming up today. So in a few hours, we're going to see Monday Night Live from Kermudge in Alaska, and that is about 7 hours from now, 7.5 hours from now. Whenever we look at a YouTube page, you probably don't need me to mention this, but you'll notice that the time will come up in your local time, regardless of what time it is for the creator. So I'm in the Eastern time zone. It's going to show up at 8 p.m. for me, but they're in Alaska, so they're a few time zones over. I believe they'll be running that at 4 or 5 p.m. for themselves. And hopefully we'll catch that. And Scrow's Nest, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Another incredibly supportive creator. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. Cooking with Net is in the house as well. And if I've missed anything in the chat that anybody meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I will keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. The next channel that's coming up has been a friend of mine for over 4 years. One of the very first creators that I was introduced to in the small YouTuber community. I'd already been on YouTube for a couple of years before I really found the small YouTuber community, and creators like Jeremy D-Day decided to introduce me to all of their friends, and I thought it was really overwhelming, the generosity that I saw, because unlike a lot of other businesses or industries in the world and things like that, these creators, instead of saying, don't copy me, go do your own thing, there's too many of us and everything else, they said, come with us, we'll help you. We want you to succeed on YouTube. We can all do it together kind of idea. And to this day, you see, after 600 episodes of Tuber Chat, Jeremy D-Day is still coming by to support creators in the right way. So he's got 724 subscribers on this channel. He's actually got 2 of them. And I'm going to have a look at his latest video, an NFL jersey collection. I'm going to put that into my catch-up list. Here he talks about vlogs, shorts, jerseys, reviews. I believe a little bit of music as well. He's got some shorts over here. These have gotten into 27,000, 68,000 views on a couple of these. And then when I look at JD Knight 7, we see the original channel from this creator and over 7,000 subscribers. First of all, they post frequently here, mostly music reviews. I'm going to grab the latest one, put it in my catch-up list as well. It's a little bit shorter, but that's okay. We'll look at the shorts videos. We see that some of these have gotten into 29,000, 95,000, 338,000 views. We'll have to keep an eye on those because I've seen creators who've taken clips from television shows. I'm not sure if that's what these are. It looks like it. And then they've had trouble with that and had to get rid of them before monetization. But JD Knight 7, like I said, has been a friend of a long time. We're talking over 4 years now. He was with me on my personal channel before we even started Tuber Chat and continues to be with us today. So hopefully everybody finds that inspiring as well. So I've just spun the wheel. We'll get Follow the Bradleys fun up in another moment. We're going to go on break for 3.5 minutes and then we'll get back to looking at channels. All right, we're back and looking at Follow the Bradley's Fun. They've actually got another channel that they introduced us to today, so we'll have a look at that in a quick moment. But Follow the Bradley's Fun are very known already as very supportive creators. They've got over 4,000 subscribers right now, at over 4,200 as a matter of fact. They're here with us in Tuber Chat frequently, almost every day lately, for which I'm grateful. Now, I know not everybody can be here every time we stream or for hours at a time, but I certainly do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just coming by quickly to say hello, give a thumbs up, or run the stream in the background. I know we got a couple of friends that do that as well. So Follow the Bradley's Fun is bringing us family vlogs, live streams, essays, Disney, Universal, travel, news, and much more. When we look at their shorts videos, they've had some real success with a few of these, getting into 17,000, 23,000, one of them at 169,000, and that thing is still going fast, as a matter of fact. Live streams on the channel are something that they have been doing fairly frequently, almost once a week. They've got one coming up in a few days at the end of next weekend, so we'll keep an eye out for that. Christmas around Disney World, I think that'll be really interesting. To this day, even being on YouTube for 6 years, I have not seen Christmas at Disney, so I'll be looking forward to that personally. But hopefully everybody will connect with Follow the Bradley's Fun. Generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters, of course. And we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. Another longtime friend of about 3 years, Cabarar Gaming, is coming up. He's got a couple of channels as well. And pardon me, I almost forgot to put the new Coach Bradley channel up. Was that it? Story time with Coach Bradley? Is that right? I don't think so. Or was it? Oh, forgive me for not being certain. Let's have a quick look. Hopefully they're still here in the chat. Follow the Bradley's Fun. I'm not sure if they're still here. Okay, if they're still here, Follow the Bradley's Fun. Just I'll ask you for a favor to clarify, and we'll go back and look at that channel. If they've gone already, then that's okay. We'll look at it next time. Cabarar Gaming is up on the screen right now, and like I said, this is a creator that brings us two different channels. So here, they bring us a lot of video gameplay. They mix up the games with a lot of the world's most popular titles, and they post frequently. As we can see, they're posting almost daily. So I've got the latest video, put that in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to keep caught up with them. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They got shorts on the channel that have gotten into 39,000 and 42,000 views, which is great to see. Often we see with gaming channels that their shorts do really well. I believe that that's because the shorts are usually gameplay clips that are directly related to the long-form content, right? Live streams as well are frequent, and this is a different kind of stream for Cabarar Gaming. I'm sorry I missed that. That was from yesterday. I usually catch them with video gameplay, and again, they mix up a lot of video games while they do that as well. When we look at Cabarar Vlogs, we see another channel from this same creator where they bring us tips, tricks, tech, and tutorials from the same creator behind Cabarar Gaming. They've got a brand new video, special flavor of Linux being added onto a VMware workstation, which is interesting to somebody like me. I know that a lot of the videos on this channel might be slightly advanced, but they make them simply explained, if that makes sense. Shorts on the channel have started over here, so more tips and tricks and bite-sized information, and then some live streams. I think they're just working on watch hours right now, but we'll keep an eye on the channel. Thank you, Scratch and PPA. Let's put this second channel up here from Follow the Bradley's Fun. If I can do it properly. My dear goodness. While I click around a million different things. There we go, Coach Bradley. So that was it. I didn't want to put the wrong channel on the screen, but we did see that thumbnail come up. So thank you for that, Scratch and PPA. And now, of course, it's going to be in my history as well. Hopefully I'll remember this. So when we look at Coach Bradley, we see the second channel from Follow the Bradleys Fun. So I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take this 8-minute video. I'm going to put this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full, leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I will give a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully they have our notification bell on as well, but I know they do with Follow the Bradleys Fun, and hopefully they'll catch us for our further live streams. We're here 3 or 4 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Dutchfly61 is up right now. I talked about this channel earlier being a one-of-a-kind channel in the Superchat family. They got a couple new videos from the last couple of weeks. I'm going to put one of these into my catch-up list. Dutchfly61 is a sky watching channel, and they bring us different things that they find while they're sky watching. And they've got shorts on the channel as well. So we'll have a look at what they've got going on here. They've just put out a few of these, but the first one got over 4,000 views, which is great to see. They post frequently, usually once a week, somewhere around there. 1,230 subscribers or so. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,300 they're thinking about. They come to us from the Netherlands, of course, so another one-of-a-kind channel in the Superchat family. Scraptastic Crocheter, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're doing okay today. And if anybody in the house right now would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. When I look for Emotion, who's a member and a moderator here, I type in Emotion New Soul, and that's because this talented singer and songwriter brings us new soul R&B music on their official artist channel. I see they've got a brand new video here, or new to me. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to get caught up with them. They've got over 3,700 subscribers, and you know I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of, let's say, 3,000 and beyond. They've long passed that now. When we get into shorts on this channel, we see that these have started to get towards 1,400 and 1,600 views. A little bit of variety there in between the original works from Emotion, and then he rounds out the channel with some reaction videos and some live streams. Those can include compilations or live performances from Emotion as well. He's got a second channel, and that is called Writing with Emotion New Soul. And when we look at this channel, we see that he's getting close to 800 subscribers over here. This is where we get a chance to see how the music is made and learn more about the man behind the music. He rounds out this channel with some more reactions and compilations, and then some shorts videos as well, getting close to 1,000 views on a couple of these. Hopefully everybody will connect with Writing with Emotion New Soul. Of course, he's monetized on his first channel. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. When we spin the wheel again, we're going to get to another fellow Canadian channel, a couple of Canadians, Mike and Rihanna's Adventures, and they have got a few exciting things going on their channel. So this is a couple's channel. They bring us a lot of vlogging. They've been doing a lot of travel lately, but they could be indoors, they could be outdoors, they could be giving us a chance to get to know them, they could be taking us on an adventure or doing a product review, or they're actually often found on a lot of other creators' channels when it comes to the idea of StreamYard panels, so you probably recognize them already. Pardon me. They come from Medicine Hat, Alberta, and they come to us with 2,900 subscribers. They are going to be very close to 3,000 any day now. They've got shorts on the channel, and some of these have moved now into 2,400 views and beyond, one of them over 3,100. Live streams are frequent, so they've got a Sunday Fun series. I missed that yesterday. But that happens weekly, and they've got a new Across the Waves series that's simulcasted on both of their channels. I'll show you their second channel in a moment. But Across the Waves brings more travel, and I've enjoyed a couple of these episodes. I caught them already a couple of times. They've got a very special edition coming up on Wednesday, so I hope everybody will connect with them so you can check that out, because they've got a really great surprise for everybody on Wednesday. Rihanna's Life Adventures is a second channel that's complementary to Mike and Rihanna's Adventures, where we're going to get a chance to get to know Rihanna a little bit better. She could be indoors, could be outdoors, could be taking us on an adventure, giving us a chance to get to know her. She's got some shorts here, even Mike's featured in these. And then when we get into live streams, she's doing a few more of these on her own, as well as the Across the Waves simulcast that we were talking about. So we'll look forward to that. I've caught her a couple times for these live streams as well. Hopefully everybody will connect with both of these channels, Mike and Rihanna's Adventures and her new channel, Rihanna's Life Adventures, and we'll look forward to some new content from that channel as well. Gaming Experience with Kelly is the second channel from the Bullock Experience. We'll look at both of these in a second here. Growing my own still in the house. Let's get Gaming Experience with Kelly up onto the screen. We'll have to use our filters for a second here. And this is the Bullock Experience with a gaming channel, mixing up the gameplay in different videos here, as well as live streams and shorts. I'll take the latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to keep caught up with them. When I get into shorts videos on the channel, we see that these have started now, and hopefully we'll start moving. It looks like they're going to, and then when we get into live streams, they're mixing up the video gameplay here with a lot of other popular titles. The Bullock Experience is coming up right now, and we'll see what they've got going on here. What I'm going to do as well in the chat right now is just drop a link. Chris and Larry Homestead is still live, so we can go over there and give a little bit of a mini raid to them right now. They'll allow everybody to continue meeting new friends and family members while we're there, and I'll pin that link so that everybody can get to it easily. We've still got a few channels to go through, and I should put one more channel on the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation right now. So we'll get KK's travel and education vlogs on the wheel, and we'll spin. So the Bullock Experience is fishing first. This is the same creator from Gaming Experience with Kelly. He's got another video for us to catch up with. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list right now. Shorts videos on the channel feature fishing and more variety. Some of these have gotten into 2,800 and 3,200 views and beyond. Live streams on the channel as well are frequent. I haven't been able to catch them for one of these Wednesday live streams yet. Most of you know I work outdoors Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday during the good weather months. That continues right up until now, actually. And then when I have had an opportunity, we've actually streamed on Wednesdays. I plan to again this week. But the Bullock Experience is monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there, and they've been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long time. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up on the way out. We're going to go over and raid Chris and Larry Homestead shortly. Give them a thumbs up on the way in. Day One Adventures is up here right now. We'll see what they've got going on. Excuse me for new videos. They got a brand new one from yesterday. I'll put that in my catch-up list. They talk about food, travel, relaxation, tips, and much more. You can see the variety in the videos that they have here. When we look at their shorts videos, we see that these have started to get into thousands of views 3,000 on one, 5,000 on another, and then they'll give you some more information on their about page about what we can expect from their channel from Delaware. It might be the only channel that I know of that's actually in Delaware. And then we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. This is another creator who's had great impact on us here in the Superchat family, but somebody who's really been doing me a favor. I found something on their channel, Fairbrick Studio. They started with Lego stop motion videos and they've expanded the content now, but one of the things I noticed is they were playing this Lego tower game, and it's a Lego version of a tiny tower game that I'd played on my phone, and I got excited. I started playing that again a couple of weeks ago, and they've been helping me. They're very advanced in that game. They've been playing for a while, but they've been sending me over all kinds of stuff to help me move faster. And I got a beautiful looking tower now with lots of Lego people in it. They've also brought us some Battle Cats. That's another game that we've seen that's familiar. So some video gameplay on this channel as well. They're already over 1,700 subscribers and well on the road to 1,800. Hoping we can push them a little bit closer. Some of their shorts have done well, getting into 6,000 and 7,000 views. One over 15,000. And live streams might be an idea for the future. So we'll keep an eye on the channel and see what they're going to bring for an idea there. I got to see some of these Lego videos as well. Lego was my favorite thing growing up. I know a lot of people still do Lego to this day. Wolf Spirit Productions is a channel that's a dear friend here in the Tuberchat family. They often do Lego builds while they're driving truck. So the husband drives the truck and the wife does Lego builds, and they've got a multicam setup. They've even got a pet that they bring in the truck. Jasper's a dog that has his own cam. And it's really cool the way they've got that going on. Holly's Adventures is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. She brings us some more video gameplay. Lots of Legend of Zelda lately, but she actually mixes these up. We caught her on Saturday for a raid, and she was playing a game, and I don't know why, it looked like Super Mario was jumping on a Cubert type of background. I could be mistaken about that. And then Holly's Adventures has 534 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push her towards the 600 she's thinking about. Shorts videos on this channel have started to get into 4,000 and almost 5,000 views. Live streams feature some more video gameplay. This must be the one. Yes, Mario RPG. I must have caught this as well. That's the live stream we caught on Saturday, so that makes sense actually, because it looks like Super Mario and a Cubert thing there. And she mixes up the gameplay here. She did let us know she's actually been on a cruise before, and she brought us some of that content as well. I want to get a couple more channels onto the wheel, so I'm going to do that right this second. KK's Travel and Education Vlogs is going to come up right now, but we're going to look at Regional Sky Girl. This is their second time here. Scrow's Nest is a longtime friend. Carrie Leonard has been in the chat for a while, and Growing My Own is a longtime friend as well. So we'll get these on, and then we'll go over. I'll drop the link again for Chris and Larry Homestead. Hopefully they'll still be on. We'll raid them. If you don't mind, just say Tuberchat Raid when you go over there, but we'll go over there in a few minutes together after we get through a few more channels here. And I missed one channel, Scrow's Nest. Just lucky enough to have a few minutes to fit a few more channels in. KK's Travel and Education Vlogs. Let's get them on and see what they've got going on for today. They've done some StreamYard panels, as we can see, which is great to see. A great way to grow your audience is by collaborating with others. They got quite a few of these coming up, including one in a couple, actually, on the 29th, which is a couple days from now. Videos they're posting frequently. I've got the latest one. Put that in my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up. They're obviously bringing a bit of variety in between the cruising and travel content they talk about. They got some shorts on the channel. These have started to move into 3,000 views and beyond. One over 10,000, which is great to see. We can get some more information from their About page. Traveling, education, all about having fun on a family-friendly channel. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen right away. And again, if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Other creators should reach out to you when you say that. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Am I not spelling Scrow's Nest properly? I don't know what I did there. Scrow's Nest is up. This is another supportive creator. I see them out supporting others all the time. They got some new videos. I'm way behind with you. I'm just going to grab one of the latest ones here, put it into my catch-up list. And Mahogany Beach is in Honduras. That's going to be interesting. They bring us some more travel content. Tips on cruising and traveling with a mobility scooter, but they say they're spending their children's inheritance one cruise at a time, which always makes me laugh. And then they've got shorts on the channel that have gotten into 1,600, 1,700 views. 5,600 views on one of these is great, which is great to see, is what I mean to say as well. So we see a lot of creators doing this where they bring variety into their content regardless of their category or niche. Growing My Own is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on their channel for today. And we still got a couple more channels to go through. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up, I hope you will. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up on the way out. Give Chris and Larry Homestead a thumbs up on the way in. Growing My Own has got lots of new videos that I've got to catch up on. I'm going to take the latest harvesting Brussels sprouts video, and I'm going to put that into my catch-up list right now. That'll give me a chance to catch up a little bit. 458 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 500 that they're thinking about. This is Melanie. They grow and harvest their own vegetables in their backyard, and they'll be sharing creations with garden crops and showing how they harvest. So when we look at the shorts on the channel, we see that they've gotten into 2,700 and 3,600 views, and hopefully everybody will enjoy that. They obviously come to us from what I consider the homesteading community of channels. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. We'll see what's happening with Carrie Leonard and Regional Sky Girl. You can consider us saving the best for last today. We'll see that channel actually for the first time. They were with us on Saturday, and we'll have a look at their channel in a moment and connect with them. So when we look at Carrie Leonard, we see another fellow Canadian. I'm just going to grab her latest video. Lots of these are quite short. But this creator does a lot of live streaming as well. 190 subscribers right now. She's here with us for almost every live stream lately. 900 views on one of these shorts, 2,400 on another one, which is great to see. And then she's got live streams set up with notifications. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of these shortly. I've got the notification bell on for every channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch each other as often as we can. I'm going to drop the link one more time for Chris and Larry Homestead. They are live right now. We'll go over there and raid. And I'll leave this live stream running for an extra 3 minutes like we always do so that everybody can clean up their connections here. And then I'll see you over there with Chris and Larry Homestead. So thank you everybody for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. Even if you've just come by quickly to give a thumbs up, say hello, or run the stream in the background. We expect to be back on Wednesday night. If not, it'll be Saturday at the latest. Regional Sky Girl's a brand new channel for Tuber Chat. Now I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take this 15-minute video and put it in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full, leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We're usually here 3 or 4 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Thanks again, everyone. Let's go over and raid Chris and Larry Homestead, and we'll see everyone again soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.